day, Fayette County, and welcome to Fayette Centric, a podcast where we showcase the good things happening in Fayette County, the people, the places, the events, and the organizations, both profit and nonprofit, who are making things happen in Fayette County and make Fayette County a very special place. First, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Ford of Uniontown. Before they were my sponsor, I was their customer. I drive a Ford from Ford of Uniontown. If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle or service, go see my friends at Ford of Uniontown. I also want to thank Bright Stripe for all of your seal coating and line striping needs, voted best in Fayette for 3 years running. And the Trippy Hippie Brewing Company, coming soon to the west side of Connellsville, and the host of Tube de Ville, where we set the world record for the most connected rafters in a body of water, in this case the Yacht, on August 1st. For more information to participate, sponsor, or volunteer at Tube de Ville, visit the Trippy Hippie Facebook page. Rick, we're on location today, that's what they say in the biz, and we are in the cat room at Keeping the Faith Animal Shelter on Connellsville Road. And are you officially Lemont Furnace or Uniontown?
We are Lemont.
Lemont Furnace, mm-hmm. Okay. So this is the exact look I was going for with cats surrounding us. We tried it earlier with trying to bring a cat into the studio. It didn't really work out that well. The cat was a little shy. So we're very happy to be surrounded by some furry friends today. And we also have a friend named Farrell.
Yes.
And Farrell, welcome to Fayette Centric.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about who you are and what your role is here at Keeping the Faith.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Farrell Gamutza. I'm one of the founding board members. I am currently the board treasurer. So my sister-in-laws and I started this back in 2019. So I was approached by both of my husband's sisters, Erin and Sarah. They are our current board president and vice president. They had spent their whole entire lives rescuing animals and essentially bringing anything home that they could. I was very much so the same way. Any animal that I found, I wanted to keep it and have it in my house, much to my mother's not too pleased with me over that.
I get it.
So they approached me. They had always had this dream of opening up an animal shelter and being able to help as many animals in Fayette County and the surrounding areas that they could. So when they approached me, I was immediately on board. It was something that has been my lifelong passion. I would love to be able to do this. So the three of us kind of sat down, started brainstorming like what we can and cannot do. We then brought in Sarah's other sister-in-law, Jenny, and she came in as our board secretary. And the four of us started it and went through the whole business of, getting registered as a nonprofit, setting up our business, and, what started as just a dream that we were hoping we'd be able to achieve has turned into this. And
that's always the best, when it is your passion, mm-hmm. and you're able to see your passion come to life. And it always takes a long time. When I've interviewed several nonprofits now, mm-hmm. during this podcast, and it takes forever to get started, and then you have to worry about fundraising and mm-hmm. your location and all that stuff. So very, very pleased, and this cat room is really
yes.
cool. So. Outside of the cat room, you also take dogs.
Correct.
And what's your capacity for animals at this point? Do you have a capacity?
We do. Right now it is a little bit difficult. So, we have our certain amounts that we can in the building hold. Right now we are working solely with 2 full-time employees, 1 part-time employee, and then volunteers. And mm-hmm. so most of the board members, we all have full-time jobs as well. So it does get a little difficult. So we are working underneath what our technical capacity are. We are right now at capacity. So I believe we have 70-ish. I'm sorry, I'm looking for complete confirmation. 70 to 80 cats at the moment, and we have 12 to 15 dogs. So we have a lot. So our volunteers are amazing. Our employees are absolute rock stars. We would not be able to do this without them.
Absolutely.
So, they have been absolutely phenomenal like I said, it's a dream. It's
Very
a dream
cool.
come true, but stressful on a lot of days, but very well worth it. Warms your heart.
So I've already been told, I don't know if you know, I'm a cat dad.
I have heard that.
And so we have 5 cats. I've already been told if I bring home the 6th, the 6th cat can stay, but cat dad got to go. So I cannot take any more cats home. My son just brought home a kitten, and luckily we were able to rehome it. But to my origins as a cat dad, my daughter did the same thing that you did, and she would bring home a cat, and it was really easy when they were small and cute and cuddly to rehome that cat. If it wasn't small, cute, and cuddly, the big ugly ones or the old ones, it was very difficult to find a place for them. So what ended up happening was those are the cats that ended up staying with us.
That's how it usually goes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we have given them what we consider a good life, and usually, almost all of our cats are neighborhood strays that adopt us more than we adopt them.
I call it the cat lottery, or basically it's the distribution center for cats. Like, you don't choose the cat chooses you. That's how my husband and I have 3 ourselves, and that's how all 3 have come into our lives. So the first one, our oldest, actually was in the bumper, like the wheel well of his car. So he actually stopped at Sheets on 51 to get gas in the morning for work, heard this noise, went and looked and realized that there was a kitten in his bumper. Couldn't get it out, had to call my father-in-law. They come, they take it. Swore to me we were not keeping this cat. We were finding a home, we were doing something. The cat's still with us. He lives in our house. He sleeps above my husband's head every single night. The next cat, same thing. My sister-in-law actually found it. Somebody had dropped it off at the vet clinic she was working at. She brought it home. I immediately saw it and knew instantly. We're not getting any more animals. He saw it. He now also is residing in our house, has for the past probably 4 years. And then our third cat, it's always my husband that finds them now that I'm thinking about it. He found it at his work. He brought it. We actually took it on under KTF, brought it in, got the vet care it needed, all of that. The cat left here and came back home with me as well. So that's how all of my animals have been. You just find them and, they find you.
And you never know when your love for animals ends up as a career. So my daughter lives in St. Augustine, Florida, and she works for a veterinary hospital. And they have a wildlife
that's amazing.
Rescue. And so she will send home pictures with flamingos. The last picture was with a fawn. And then, but usually it's owls. And so she will send home a picture of an owl. And again, if it's a really young, owlet or whatever they're called, it looks very cute and cuddly. If they're old, their eyebrows are pointed in like this, and they're like really angry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so her passion was always saving the animals, and so we're still doing that.
Yep.
Yeah. So who do you know the names of who is hanging out with us right now?
This is Max over here. He is a sweetheart. He's one of my favorites. He's one of the OGs, so he's one of the first cats that we actually took in and brought into the shelter once we opened our doors here. Over here we have Ember.
Right on cue.
Yeah, Ember. Ember, you're on camera. This is your debut. This one is Tucker. And I'm not the black ones, I have trouble with every single one of them. We have quite a few all black cats that look very similar. So when Demi comes up, she would be able, she knows every single one of their names, and it's quite amazing.
Yeah. So what are the volunteer opportunities for
Yeah, absolutely. So we take any and all types of volunteers, whether you want to come and help us with fundraising, we always need that. If you want to come in and actually be hands-on in the shelter, we always take on volunteers that if you want to do specifically the cats, you can do that, whether you're coming in and socializing with them. That's a huge thing. You always need socialization for all of the animals, or whether you're coming in and helping us with day-to-day operations such as, cleaning, feeding, mopping. We go through a lot of laundry here, so
Ember is really mad.
Ember is not pleased. Ember wants to be the star of the show.
So we have a cat very similar to Ember. His name is Murph, and so we have an indoor-outdoor cat. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. We have an indoor-outdoor. They can come and go as they please, and Murph is the guardian of the house. And I mean, he literally walks the perimeter of the house, and any cat that tries to come in is gets blasted like Ember's doing right now. So he reminds me of Murph. But Murph is orange, so we always assumed the orange cats were kind of, but then then you find them in a, but it's different. It's neat to see that all the different personalities of the cats. And so we have another cat that is big like Ember, and is the biggest doll baby. So when Murph comes over, Homie, our big fat gray cat, he just rolls over like I give up immediately.
I love that.
And but he's the lover cat, and he's the one that's on my wife's pillow in the morning wanting to cuddle. And then and it's everything in between, so and it's never a dull moment because
learning an animal's personality is one of my favorite things, because like you said, the ones that can start off being so spicy that you're so nervous about will end up being some of the biggest babies and just want cuddle and love and attention.
And who do we have here? Kush.
Kush.
All right. This is my cat voice, by the way. This is how I talk to the cats.
You have to talk to them in a baby voice.
Yeah.
You have to tell them how pretty and handsome they are and how good of boys and girls they are. Ember.
Except for you.
Sir, ma'am.
Well, thank you for sitting down with the
you.
interview for us. We have a couple other people we're going to interview
Absolutely.
to
Thank
talk
you for
about
having
some
me.
of the operations and talk about how one could go about adopting one of these cute little things.
Absolutely. I was going to say, you have two very good people coming up, so
All right.
they know all the ins and outs.
All right.
All right,
you, Farrell.
thank you so much.
We're going to take a quick break and do a little reset. Thank you. Welcome back to the Fayette Centric podcast. We are on location at Keeping the Faith Animal Shelter on Connellsville Road in Lemont Furnace. And with me now is Demi. And I've been told you are the cat expert here.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit? Okay.
I'm a bit of a cat freak.
Okay, good for you. As I explained to Farrell, I am a little bit of the cat dad as well. So, and we were talking about, during the break, what you didn't see off camera was some drama, some cat drama.
Always.
That is our life at home. I do have a very quick story about, we have one neighborhood cat who is it has an owner, doesn't have a good owner, and so the cat comes to our house to get fed. And the other cats know, I feel like they know this cat has a bad life and they don't mess with it. And so like when it was 0 degrees, he would come in the cat door and he got to stay in the house in a box.
Good,
And
that's
so,
nice,
yeah,
yeah.
so, but I think cats have like a secondary, they feel empathy, I think, toward people. And I'm not sure.
Towards
about that
people,
part.
maybe yes. Towards each other,
Maybe, yeah.
limited, I would say.
Yeah. So, but thanks for coming on the podcast.
Of course,
So
thanks for
explain
having me.
your role at Keeping the Faith.
I am a animal care associate, but I specialize primarily just in the care of the cats. That's kind of my niche. So I manage all of the cats, all of the cat intakes, cats, kittens, whelping moms, sick cats. Any and all of the cats pretty much circles through me first.
And you name them all too.
Yeah, I do,
Really?
unless they're like already named, because we do get like some owner surrenders. But yes, I do take great pride in naming them really cool names.
Yeah. So that was always our thing. Everybody has. I always feel like people have very lame names.
Yes,
for
I don't
their
like
cat.
lame names.
Yeah, and that's the gray cat. That's the striped cat. So he's Tiger. Or whatever. So our cats have very unique names, and weird names that are kind of unique. So we had a black cat. We called him Slim Shady.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome to steal these. We had a cat with a very unique mark on his nose. So he was Cyrano.
I like
after
that.
Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yeah.
And so we have Murph and we have Maxwell. Maxwell's the cat that we claimed as a very small kitten.
Okay.
Maxwell has already claimed all 9 lives. She's already used them all.
Already used them.
She was attacked by another animal at one point and had a broken jaw. And
Yeah.
it was pretty close to death for her.
Goodness.
As a 1-year-old, now she's 8. And Maxwell was described as a boy, so we gave Maxwell a boy's name, and Maxwell ended up, in fact, being a girl. I don't know how that happens, but we kept the name Maxwell. So we're always interested in cool names.
Yeah, I think I have a sushi litter right now that their names are Sushi, Wasabi, and Maki.
Okay.
They're not in here. They're
Yeah.
like one of my kitten litters. But yeah, I think it's really fun to get and then I have another litter who they all have just food names. So we have a butter, a toast, jelly bean, juice box.
Yeah.
So I do think it's fun to give them unique names. I also think that it kind of can play a part in getting them adopted.
Right. I think so too. And before we leave, I want to do a little an expose on several of the cats so that we can show their names on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So some of they're kind of every which way right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's Max there.
Hey, Max.
Other ones that I would say, so Miss Georgia Peach is one of our kittens who is so graciously squished herself up into the window to watch us. But she is up for adoption. She's just a teeny little thing.
Come on. So when it comes to donations, I know you need monetary donations. Do you take donations of items, of food and litter and things like that?
We do, yes. So obviously kitten food and adult cat food is great to have, whether that be dry or wet food. We also have a lot of people that donate cat trees. If they're gently used, we can always clean them up, sanitize them, and use them. We go through a lot of cat trees, obviously, blankets, cat beds, things like that. We go through a lot of that in here because when we have as many cats as we do, sometimes they, get dirty and sometimes they're just beyond being washed. So we'll just you replace it with new beds, new blankets, things like that. But we do take things like that as well, like furniture donations, cat trees, cat toys, and like I said, beds, blankets, and food and litter for sure.
Okay. And how, if somebody's interested in donating those items, how do they contact you?
A lot of times they can contact us through Facebook. They'll ask if we take a certain type of item. We also have a donation bin that is placed out front for food and litter and things like that, or beds and blankets. If it is before we're open to the public or after hours, we do have a donation box that's located right outside the front door for items like that.
Okay. And if somebody wants to adopt a cat, what's the best way to
go about that? So 2 ways. We do have an application that's on our website. There's, I believe, separate ones on there for cat versus dog. Or you can come in person and we have a paper application that you fill out. So our application process does require 2 character references, a vet reference, and we also do home checks as well. And then upon approval, it would just be you pay the adoption fee and you're good to pick out who you want at that point, whether you have a specific cat in mind, or a lot of people just fill out applications and then just like to come browse and see who they bond with.
Like we're doing now.
Correct.
Yes, very good. So the cats go through a vet process, is it?
Yeah, so upon
Can you describe
intake, they come in, they get vaccinated, they get flea treated, dewormed, and if they're not spayed or neutered, then we would go ahead and get that scheduled. Our vet that we work with, Alpha Veterinary, is fabulous at accommodating us, whether it be for something emergent or just our routine stuff. We actually have one of their veterinarians, Dr. Ziegler, on our board as well, and she's fabulous to work with. It's tremendous to have them have access to a vet hospital like that when we have as many animals as we do. So they do go through a full vet process before they are adopted out. Nothing is to be adopted out unless it's spayed, neutered, and fully vetted.
Okay. And I always talk about to people who are interested in adopting animals, you know, when you see that person that has, like my daughter, who I described would rehome a cat, that cat needed, of course they were getting it for free, but that cat needed a lot of vet before,
Right.
and vet visits before, you know, that cat could be deemed healthy. Yeah, you're paying a fee here, but that this animal has been fully vetted as far as, you know, everything. It's a healthy cat. Are they chipped at all, or do you?
We have started microchipping our cats. So all of our new cat intakes, we started that. We kind of made the decision after being open for a little bit that we wanted to just go ahead and start microchipping our cats. We were doing the dogs, and then we decided to moving forward to just go ahead and do the cats, just for their safety. If they were to ever get out of somebody's home, they could at least scan them and it could circle back to us, or we could at least try to reach out to the owner that the cat went to.
Yeah.
So for safety measures, to make sure that whoever we adopt out to, that we are able to at least try to get them back safely if they were found lost.
And so sometimes too, I mean, we've had instances in our family where the cat, you know, we live on a hill in Dunbar where they just put a new water line in a couple of years ago. So some of the animals have been displaced up on that water line, and now they come back. That's a different one? Yeah.
That's Milky.
You're Milky. I am covered in cat hair, just for the record. But that's okay. Anyway, you know, so we had recently an animal that was killed by another animal, or we're not sure exactly how it died. But it was difficult to, hey, is this your cat? And we're like, we're not sure, you know, because unfortunately it had suffered some injuries. So that would be helpful there.
Right.
We also had an instance where Homie, the big fat gray cat, was gone. We don't know where he went. He took a 7-day vacation from us.
Yeah.
And so we were resigned to the fact that he was never coming back. And so what we did after that was we didn't chip them, but we started with air tags. And so we could know, you know, before we went to bed at night, all of our cats are in the house. They're all accounted for.
Right.
Yeah. You know, my son, I have a 19-year-old son. This was a couple of years ago, but he would know that the cat's right behind the door, and so he would like sneak up on them and play with them. And he would use the air tag. He would use the phone to find them, and then sneak up on them and play with them. But yeah, you always want to protect our furry friends. You're very nice. You're very
Cats
white.
do like to wander if given the chance.
Yes, and I always want to put a GoPro on them just to see
where they go, what
where
they're
they
doing.
at, what their day is like. Well, I think we've covered the cats pretty well, don't you think? Any other information you wanted to get out with the cats?
Remember to
Come get
spay
'em.
and neuter your cats, everyone. Please and thank you.
Yes. So, and that is a big issue that the municipalities deal with.
Correct, yes.
Is the stray cat population, and I know some of them have tried to have a trap, treat and release.
A trap, neuter, release program, yeah. Unfortunately, there are from what I was told, some cities or townships that are not even willing to do that. They just don't want the cats there at all. The unfortunate reality is there are many more cats than there ever will be homes. So the reality of it is the best thing you can do is vaccinate them, spay and neuter them, and just let them live as an outdoor cat.
Right.
It's a part of managing healthy outdoor colonies versus them spreading disease and repopulating, which is oftentimes what happens. Unfortunately, people they look at them as a nuisance animal a lot of times now, and they just don't want anything to do with them, and it's becoming harder and harder to find help for them.
Say hi to Rick. Rick wants to.
So it is very important to spay, neuter, and vaccinate
I want you to get a good home.
and help out where you can, because there's
Yeah.
more cats than there'll ever be homes for, unfortunately.
I want you to get a good home. Look at the camera.
She's like, no, I'm looking at you.
You're not coming home with me.
Who is talking and why? What are you doing over there?
There's a stink bug.
A stink bug. Oh.
You're very pretty. You are a very pretty kitty. This is Milky, and we'll make sure that Milky likes to shed a little bit. Milky, you will not have a dark shirt left over when you adopt Milky, but that's okay. That's part of the fun. That's part of the fun, right? Yeah. So I always tell people, the adoption fee is always worth it because you're getting an animal that already has all of its shots.
Yes, and to pay for that outright, you're looking at a much, much, much higher rate. You're probably paying a quarter of what it would actually cost to
Right.
get a dog or a cat fully vaccinated and spayed or neutered. So it's definitely the better route to go.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Demi.
Of course, thanks for having me.
We're going to take another quick break, and we're going to switch out. We're going to start talking about our other furry friends, the dogs. So thanks. We'll be right back. And we are back with Fayette Centric, live on location. Actually, we're not live, we're taping, but that's neither here nor there. We are at Keeping the Faith Animal Shelter, Connellsville Road in Lemont Furnace. Keeping the Faith is a shelter for dogs and cats. And any other animals, Maria? I'm with Maria, by the way.
Hello.
Any other animals other than dogs or cats?
Right now we don't have any, but we will do small animals like guinea pigs, bunnies. We did have a fish once. We don't really have a setup. We have some rooms out front that we plan to be small animal rooms and like reptile rooms, but we're not really there for reptiles yet. We will help guinea pigs if we're in the position that somebody needs help.
So can I tell you a story? I already told the story about my daughter working at the animal shelter or the veterinary hospital with wildlife rescue in St. Augustine, Florida. Her pet is a boa constrictor. So we're not staying in her house anytime soon.
I've always been afraid of snakes, but now I'm intrigued a little bit.
Yeah, so we can't figure out how, nobody else in the family will deal with snakes. My daughter has always been the person that would go snatch up a snake, and we're like, where did you get that? like you did not learn that from us.
Yeah.
But so she has a house sitting and pet sitting business as well.
Awesome.
And so the owners of the boa constrictor, their child ended up being afraid of it. And so she was given a boa constrictor. That's her pet, about a 5-foot boa constrictor. And according to her, the snake has a personality and follows her around and is very interested in what she's doing, as she's cooking or doing the dishes, or she wants to be at a place where she can, where the snake can see. So
I've heard that. I watch people on reels that have snakes and reptiles, and they always talk about their personalities too. So
yeah.
I've heard that.
So you mentioned reels. It's part of having a nonprofit is communications. So who's in charge of that here, and what does that look like?
Well, Demi and I are the only 2 full-time employees, like we mentioned earlier, and we have Aubrey who works part-time. I do most of the Facebook communications. I don't believe we have an Instagram. We might have an Instagram set up, but I don't believe it's active yet. Do we have a TikTok set up?
We do, but we haven't posted anything.
So same thing. That is something we're looking to get into. I'm trying to hire right now so that we can kind of disperse out duties and things like that. Right now I kind of do most of the Facebooking. Sarah and Aaron do some of the Facebooking as well. A couple of our volunteers will also post, like Susan does a lot of our cat posts, and Rachel does a lot of our dog posts, and then we just share it. It helps out a lot. We're spread pretty thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and when you talk about organizations that are spread thin, that's one of the things that can help you layer in, and make you even look bigger than you are.
Yeah.
And help with that communication.
Yeah, and I heard your GoPro idea, and I've been dying to get a GoPro. I want to put it on some of the animals that are like the dogs, even when they're out playing ball,
Yeah.
or like the cats just wandering around
Yeah.
in here. I think it would be so fun.
I think it would be just so interesting to figure out just where they go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what they're doing.
Yeah. So with the dogs, they mentioned Farrell mentioned the capacity for the dogs was 18.
Well,
Is that
right
it, or-
now we have 12 to 15 dogs. We have enough kennels to house probably 3 times that, but I am the primary dog caretaker.
Okay.
I'm here 6 days a week in the mornings to take care of the dogs. I have some volunteers that come in and help, and then Sarah, Aaron, and Farrell help a couple nights a week and Sundays. So we don't have the capacity, we don't have the manpower to take in many more dogs. It is very time consuming, and putting a dog in a shelter does not do a dog any favors.
Right.
And so limiting them to a meal a day and peeing and pooping in the kennel is not what I want for them. It's really important for me to get them outside and get them run, even if it's 3 10-minute sessions a day. So all the dogs get that right now, and I want to keep it that way. So I try not to overtake to where we can't handle that.
Right. So part of the volunteering that is an option here was walking the dogs.
Yep.
Like
Once
literally.
you're trained, and then I have a color-coded system down there: the green, yellow, red, and blues. The easiest dogs, obviously, are the greens. And so once we have orientation, and I get people in the kennel and have them understand the process of the kennel and what gets the dogs worked up and how to do it, they can come in, take the dogs out. We have a couple volunteers, especially like Lisa and Mike. They come on Saturdays, every Saturday pretty much, and they take all my dogs out for me while we're open in business, like operating hours, and let them run.
Yeah.
It's awesome. They need it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the reasons. So I have a pretty small yard, and that's one of the reasons that we don't do the dogs. Is dogs need a place to literally run, and if you have a small yard and you got a big dog, small
you're gonna
yards,
need to
big
walk.
dogs don't work together.
Yeah.
So do you find a certain dog is easier to adopt than others, or is it?
I mean, for obvious, the elephant in the room is, I guess, bully breeds. Everybody's like hesitant on bully breeds. Bullies are my favorite. They're actually probably one of the best breed, if you ask me. They are low maintenance once they're used to their routine and everything, but I think they just have a stigma based on people that have created that.
Right.
So bullies are kind of hard to adopt out. Purebreds, they don't even need advertised. We don't even have to post a picture if we have a purebred dog in here, a golden retriever, a full lab, even German shepherds. We don't really have trouble getting them out of here. And obviously small dogs go really fast. We don't really have that many small dogs. We've had litters of smaller breed puppies, but it's rare. When someone finds a small dog or needs to get rid of a small dog, they have someone on the line to take him.
So with the what you call the bully breeds, do you have I guess what I'm asking is, do you figure out, hey, this one's good with kids, this one's good with other dogs, this one's okay with cats? Do you have like a check mark that you figure out, or conversely, this animal has to be the only animal in the house?
So that's another reason why I handle all the dogs, is because I like to learn their personalities and what they're looking at. I come out on Sundays on my 7th day of the week, and I'll get some volunteers to come out, and
That's
I will.
what happens, by the way, in a small nonprofit.
Yeah,
but
it's
go
a
ahead.
devotion.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm committed to it, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want anyone else doing it. I want to do it. I want to know their personalities. I want to know how they thrive. But on those days that I come out, I've had a couple volunteers help me introduce them to other dogs. We'll start like through the chain link fence on leash, then we'll go to off leash through the chain link fence. We sort of merge from there. If we have owner surrenders, we ask that they're honest. Just because a dog didn't do well in your house doesn't mean it's not going to do well in other places. I believe that there's a very small percentage of aggressive, like naturally aggressive dogs. I think that is a lot of pent up energy, and they don't know how to get that out. And so the most stimulating thing they can do is turn that into aggression. I think if a dog is given the proper outlets and the proper stimulation, that won't ever be an issue. So as far as dog testing goes, yes, I do that. Kid testing, we have a couple volunteers that bring their kids. Sarah has small kids that are always around the dogs here. We've not really ever had a problem, but of course we like go on the side of caution. Cat testing, we don't really do here. I would hate to take one of our cats. Demi would never let me anyways. If I did that, I would have to come in the dark of the night, and so she would never know. But I would hate to put one of our cats in that position or a dog in that position to introduce them and then it not go well. You obviously don't just let a cat free in a room with a dog. You put them in in a crate. But I think that I do have a handle on dog personalities enough where I can say if you provide the proper introduction and training and give your cat somewhere to go, I think you could figure this out. I think cats would be okay with this dog.
Okay. So are there specific items that need, that the dog side of this kennel, the shelter needs, you know, for?
Dog food.
Dog
you mean
food.
like donations?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that what you mean? Yeah, we need dog food right now. I would really like a sensitive stomach, like Digestive Health Purina 1 dog food. I have quite a few dogs with sensitive stomachs right now. Dry food. That's really that's my biggest need. I have canned food. I'll always take canned food, but dry dog food is what I would need right now, Purina 1.
So I don't know if you're I'll go back one question.
Yes.
How about like blankets and towels, anything along those lines?
We are probably good on blankets. We have to be careful just so everybody knows this information. We can't take too heavy of blankets. We can't take comforters or anything like that. We don't have industrial size washing machines, and that just holds up the whole mass chaos of laundry. So throw blankets and stuff we will take, but I think we're good on that for right now. I don't think we're in dire need of towels and blankets. I never tell anybody no. But if you see ads from like other rescues or shelters that need them, take them there because we're good. We actually donated a ton to a place called Whiskey Acres, I think, out like near Ligonier.
Okay.
A semi-new rescue because we had a lot that we weren't using.
So, Maria, I'm not sure if you're the person to talk to or if it was Farrell or Demi, like fundraising, what does that look like for Keeping the Faith?
So I actually participate in the fundraisers, but I don't get involved in the fundraising aspect of it. We do have a fundraising committee that Sarah and Aaron put together, and so there is a team of people that do the fundraisers. We have a few coming up. You know, if we're selling tickets or something, I'll sell the tickets. Or we have a calendar party coming up that I'm attending, but I really don't put anything like that together. For fundraising. If there are people that are interested in finding out what the fundraisers are or participating in our fundraising group, they can always email us, keepingthefaithshelter@gmail.com, and we can get them in the right place with the right people to answer those questions.
And the shelter is a 501c3, so
Yes.
they are a full nonprofit.
Yes.
So anybody who would be making a donation, it would be tax deductible.
Correct.
Obviously, they're going to contact their accountant to verify that.
Correct.
But what is the website? We're going to put it on the bottom of the screen, and make sure that everybody knows how to get in touch with you guys.
Okay.
But yeah, we're very excited to be here. Our cats are no longer curious.
Yeah, they're over us.
They have already figured us out, and
Yeah.
they're like, hey, whatever.
Yeah.
I got all my cat hair off onto Commissioner Dunn already.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna take a walk through the dog park.
Okay.
And we'll let you introduce a few of the dogs. How's that?
Okay, sounds good.
We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back with Keeping the Faith Animal Shelter. We're back at Keeping the Faith Animal Shelter, and we are ready to walk into the kennel with the dogs. I'm with Maria and Farrell, and we're told that this could get really loud really quick. That's why we're doing this introduction here. And we're going to take a walk in and see what happens. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right, let's go.
Super protective over my dogs. These are like my dogs.
Yeah.
And so I don't always, this is an exclusive tour that you're about to get right now.
Okay.
You see all this?
Well, we want your dogs to find good homes.
So we talked about their mental health, so we got them a radio so that they didn't have to listen to silence all day.
Very nice.
So we can go this way and start and see how it goes. We have these ladies right here. They're super sweet. This is Puddles and Meatball.
Hi, guys. Yeah, there you go. So you said you had them color coded. Is that
So not these two because they just came in here.
okay?
But like Naomi right here,
So that
she's
would,
blue. That means that if you let her off leash, you're never gonna catch her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's scared to death. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's Pongo and Purdy. I'm gonna bring Thor out so you guys can meet Thor.
Okay.
He needs a home. Batman, enough.
Batman is a rock star, and cut the ribbon.
He was the star of the show.
Thor, we'll go out here. Thor's an awesome dog. He's been here for a little bit of time. I don't know why anyone hasn't taken him. He's super friendly. He's good with dogs that are not like assertive dogs. He likes a submissive dog. Don't know about cats. Neutered, ready to go. He's a nice size.
So what breed would you say he is?
I don't know. So I call him a mini coyote. I would say he's a shepherd mix of some sort. I don't know, maybe a fox terrier.
How could you not adopt this dog?
I know.
Oh, you're so cute.
He's so sweet.
You would be, if I had a big yard, you would be coming home with me. Yes.
He's a perfect size where you probably don't even need a big yard. He will hunt. He does have a prey drive. Some of our rabbits that were in the play yard got to meet Thor. But he's a really nice dog. Loves kids. He's a really good boy. He deserves a home.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
He's a perfect size if you ask me.
Yeah.
He's full grown. He's about 3.
So, and all your dogs go through the same vet process
Yeah.
like the cats were described?
Yeah, they're all fully vaccinated. They'll get rabies, distemper, parvo, bordetella, lepto. Those are all the core vaccines. And then they get microchipped, spayed, and neutered. And any other additional medical help that they would need. We have a dog right now, Lucas. One of our volunteers has him out down there. I took him and he was already neutered, but he had masses all over him. And when we aspirated one, we found out they were mast cell tumors, which is a common skin cancer in dogs. So we actually removed like 17 masses from him.
Oh, wow.
And so we will take care of those type of things too. He's a crazy.
You're a good dog.
Do you want to bring anybody else out to me? Okay.
Yeah, I'll bring Cash out.
Do you want me to go get him?
No.
Okay. She's very protective.
I can see
Very
that.
protective.
Like the sign on the wall said, "These are my dogs. Don't mess with them." Basically.
Yep.
So, what are your any long-term needs while we're waiting on the dog? Any long-term needs for the shelter that are unmet at this point?
We have a lot of ideas and a lot of things that we want to do. One of the things that we were actually just talking about, Sarah might get a little upset that I'm already announcing, we wanted to build like a sensory yard and like an agility course out here for the dogs. So things
Okay.
like that. There's always improvements that we want to be able to make to be able to give the dogs a better environment, be able to give the cats and all the animals in our care a better environment. So things like that. We'll constantly be posting on Facebook for different fundraisers, things that we want to be able to create for the shelter. So things like that. Short-term needs, like we said, we always in the need of food,
Right.
food, litter,
Right.
blankets, things like that. Long-term, we do want to do, like I said, the agility yard and play yard, just things to make the environment better. As he
Of course.
he goes right on the bucket.
Yeah.
As soon as he comes out. This is
So
Cash.
you don't
Cash
need to
is
take
one
a-
of my favorites.
You don't need to take a picture of that, Rick.
But yeah, long-term needs, honestly, we hate saying it, but monetary donations go a huge
Sorry,
way for
don't jump.
us. Volunteering is
Sit.
a huge thing. If you can get out, come and help us, we greatly appreciate
Sit.
it.
So the idea came about in 2019. I'm kind of going back to the beginning here.
Yes.
What was, when did this start really getting active as far as shelter?
So we did a lot. Like I said, we started in 2019. We kind of started it just based off of foster rescuing. This, I want to say it was 2021, I believe, is when we actually purchased this building, but don't mark me on that. And it kind of just started off as hey, let's just go kind of like check things out a little bit. In my mind, I had no expectations that we were going to like find a place, because we had big dreams of what we wanted. We looked around at a couple places, none of them, they're okay, none of them really met our expectations. And then we showed up here, and from the outside, when you walk in, my mindset was, there's no way that this is going to work for what we want to do, because the building looks small from the outside,
Right.
from the front. And then we came in, and I was like, oh, like, no, we saw the land out here, the size
Yeah.
of the actual building. So like I said, around 2021, and the building was completely empty. So it was pretty much gutted. So we had to, build rooms from the ground up, put flooring down, do everything, build all this. And I mean, this took 3-ish years to be able to get it fully functional. There's still things that we need to do, so it's kind of been a day by day type deal.
I always say,
So-
if you wait till you're 100% ready,
Yeah,
you'll never open.
You're
You'll
never
get
going to do
the-
it.
yeah,
Never
so,
going to do it. That's what we started.
yeah.
We worked on the upstairs first, so we got the upstairs ready to be able to take in cats. So we started doing that, and then while we had the cats, we were working on the downstairs for dogs. Again, we still were taking on dogs at that point, but it was very, very limited, and it was just foster based.
Right.
So, unfortunately, if we could not find some sort of foster for them, we weren't able to take it on until we were able to open this up. So we started taking dogs on fully here around October of last year.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah, so
like
not
you
very
said,
long.
not
Yeah.
very long. And then, like I said, we just had our ribbon cutting not too long ago.
Right.
So, our official grand opening, which,
Yeah.
again, it's great. And this is the star of the hour.
This is Cash.
This is Cash.
Cash, and what breed is Cash?
Your guess is as good as mine. Some people call him a reverse Rottweiler. Some people call him a Shar-Pei mix. I did pull him from animal control. He was on the euthanasia list for space. He's a really great dog, but he's a lot of dogs. So he's going to he's going to be the only dog and
Yeah.
need somebody with a lot of boundaries. He's a really nice boy.
And a lot of energy. You have a
ton
lot
of
of
energy.
energy. Yeah.
Cash has come a long way.
How
really.
old do you think Cash is?
3 to 5. Here, Cash.
Yeah.
When we first got him, he didn't see. This is what
Easy.
he did. This is
Oh.
my correction. When we first got him, he didn't know how to socialize with humans, and so that's what he would do. He would just bark. He didn't know how to play or anything, and so he's come a long way. He's learned how to play with the ball. He's been a good boy. Here, Cash, sit. Good boy. Good job.
Okay.
Sit this way and look at the camera. Here, Cash. Here. Sit. Look over there. Sit. He said no. Yep. Yep. Sit. He's a really good boy. He deserves a really good home with somebody that knows the energy level that he has.
Yes.
He loves to run. His stamina's not long though, so it's a pretty easy run. He loves to go back and forth chasing.
That's
the
what
ball.
old people like.
Yeah.
That's just so you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm old, but
He'll be an
I
awesome.
could keep up with you for a while.
Yeah, he'd be an
Yeah.
awesome protector, I would think, and a great companion.
Yeah.
He connects to people really fast.
All right. So we met Thor and Cash here at
Sorry.
Keeping the Faith, and I'm going to let you one more time tell us how to contact you guys if you're interested in
Absolutely.
adopting or donating or
Yeah.
volunteering.
Absolutely. So you can reach us. Best place would be our email. It's going to be keepingthefaithshelter@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Keeping the Faith or KTF Shelter. Or you can reach us at our website, which is www.keepingthefaithshelter.com.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you.
has been a great on location. This is our first on location.
We love it. We're
setup.
glad to be able to do that
it was,
for you.
We had a lot of fun, and thank you very much. And thank you for tuning in to this latest episode. I've lost count on the number. 8, 7. I think you're 8. I think you're episode number 8. But Fayette Centric. We will see you next time, and have a good day, Fayette County.